All right, all right, all right. Welcome to this next game at BOTAS 2020 between Texas and Montana. I am Johnny Pepper.
And I am Tammy Gunn.
And we're going to be calling the next game for you. Would you like to read a roster for us, Tammy?
I would be happy to do that. We're going to welcome Team Montana back to the track in 2020 Battle of the All-Stars. We have number 0, Mulled Whiskey, 07, Fallen Out, 1-2, Foggy, 17, Texas Twister, 18, O2 Tank, 23, Sparta Crush, 25, Rex Rectum, 225, Rin Reaper, number 36, Double D, 306, Stout, 362, Special Chaos, number 44, Montucky Lucky, 54, Booty Boop, 619, Party Crasher, number 6699, Illuminati, number 7, Nettie, and 707, Brutal Kimpact. And these ladies are coached by Hammer and Coach Bushwhacker. And Bushwhacker wants to give a shout out to all his fans right now.
Sweet. For Texas, we have 05 Shakira, number 14, Beat E Smalls, number 112, Planet of the Skates, number 182, Nova, number 1010, Bazooka Bubblebum, number 1337, Joliet Jane, number 26, Wilhelmina Strike Sphere, number 27, Peace War, number 202, Freight Train, number 215, Pay Your Dues, number 297, Maniki, number 3, Pandemonium Dial, number 31, 2x Force, number 43, Diamond Cut, number 51, Bustin' Beaver, number 6, Florida Lethal, number 7502, that's Gully Vera, number 89, Arrakis, 91, Slayer Moon, and 934, Luna Slam Good, 1096, Cholarola, 787, Tricky Bobby. They're coached by Germinator and Haas, and they wanted to give a shout-out to DeBella DeBall, who couldn't make the trip this time. DeBella DeBall, Johnny Pepper's thinking about you. Hope you're having a good time wherever you are. Wow, we got those in. We got 47 seconds. Any other shout-outs you want to do?
I think that we're going to give a quick shout-out to, again, all the fans from Montana because gosh knows these ladies traveled a very long way away from their home to be here, and also to the Juniors League in Montana because Coach Bushwhacker could not be there with you this weekend to help you out, but you know his heart's with you as always.
Gotta love all the juniors. That looks like Slayer Moon gonna be the jammer record for Team Texas.
And it looks like we've got Rin Reaper on the line to start us off.
So that's your reset for this game. Texas is coming in the number 4 seed. Montana's coming in the 7th seed. And this is for 5th place and 6th place.
Yeah, this is
so Montana can't lose this game.
No.
They're going to win no matter what happens.
Exactly. They've moved up, and they've just done such a fantastic job this week here at Battle of the All-Stars. I'm excited for them, and I know that they're just such a fun team to have on that track.
I'm looking forward to this game. And I was looking forward to working with you. I haven't got to work with you before.
I know, this is our first. It looks like Rin's right up there in the front with fighting with all that tenacity that she always carries with her. And she's pushing right up to the front. And you've got Stout there doing what she does, putting those hips in front of that jammer.
Slayer Moon working hard against that wall of back in the front of the pack.
Seems like this is a pretty fast game to start out. You know, those walls are holding them, but they're not really holding them around those turns. We're almost to turn 3.
Almost to turn 3. But Slayer Moon emerges out of turn 3 as the lead jammer for Team Texas.
I take that back. That was Sparta Crush, not Rin Reaper. That's what happens when you have 2 beautiful, tall ladies that wear long braids is that jam.
I'm sure they're going to appreciate that a little later on.
Things that I did never get so lucky to be blessed with.
Oh, I know that's right. I am never too tired to take a compliment. I bet you.
Then
we got a star pass.
Sparta Crush, she gets right out of there.
See, you become right. You know, you just wait enough. Planet of the Skates is the first recipient of the penalty of this game, going to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. So that's always a good, I guess, if you keep track of that. Montana's going to lose a blocker to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box as well.
They certainly did, and that's, I think, and jammers always love it when they get that three blocker status to start off. Montana just put themselves up on the board, though, with 2 points, so we're starting now an 8-2 game. Texas in the front.
Freight Train going to be the jammer record in jam number 2. That is Double D that got that penalty. Freight Train working hard, getting knocked to the inside, forced to recycle, looking for a little help, slips by on the inside.
And it looks like Foggy does what she does best. She's sneaky. She takes advantage of having that pressure on the opposite side. She is right behind Freight Train.
Foggy goes through on the inside. Did we get some points? No.
No, it looks like it appears that nobody got any points on that.
Or they just haven't posted yet.
Well, I was looking
As
for
the score stands right now, it's
Nope.
8-2 with 27-27 left in this game.
It looks like Montana held Freight Train on that to a 0-0 jam.
Pandemonium Doll is going to be the jammer record for Team Texas in jam number 3.
And it looks like we've got Rin Reaper jamming for Montana.
Pandemonium Doll goes around to the outside, slides through the inside, does a little lateral move, gets free and declared lead.
And Rin takes that star off. Oh, and it looks like there's a struggle. She's trying to get that star to O2 tank.
Rin Reaper coming up against that defense of Peace War, Pay Your Dues, and Shakira.
Yeah, that is a serious
I wouldn't
wall.
I wouldn't want to skate around that wall. And Maniki helping out there as well.
Looks like we're going to start this jam with the Apex Skate Shop penalty box empty.
That means all 80 wheels are going to be on the track.
That's a lot of wheels.
That is a lot of wheels.
And I'm here to tell you that it is definitely, you could chew the air in here. There is so much humidity.
Speaking of chewing, who's the next jammer of record 14 Texas?
And right now we've got Folly out there, and she's another one of those tiny little pushy jammers. Now, fun fact about Folly is she and her mom both skate on this Montana team.
Meanwhile, Bazooka Bubblebum, the jammer record for Team Texas, is out front and lead.
And this looks like it's a jammer race right here.
It is a jammer race. And like Tammy was saying, Nettie and Falling Out, mom-daughter combination on the team.
They are.
And I heard some of these players drive over 7 hours to go to practice and games.
When you live in the biggest landlocked state in the United States, you drive all the time.
And they took away your unlimited speed limit, so now you have to go.
You can only go like 85 everywhere you go. It's ridiculous.
You know, 85's kind of fast enough.
Yeah.
But I imagine it was quicker when it was unlimited.
Yeah.
Freight Train, the jammer record for Team Texas.
And we've got Sparta Crush pushing her way to the front. Oh, there's a forearm penalty called, and that is going to go on Brutal Kimpact. But that Montana defense, you've got Stout and O2 Tank, and those two ladies have been playing for a long time. Oh, it looks like we've got a skater down.
Peace War, the super pivot's going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
No, that looks like it. We're not. Sometimes you just get shaken. You never know if you're really injured, but it's a tough thing.
Special shout out to Bucksmont Roller Derby Dames for being such gracious hosts and good medics as well.
They have been on it.
We hate to use them, but we're so glad they're here. A little background on Montana. They have a few leagues: Gallatin Roller Derby, Hellgate Roller Derby, Magic City Roller Derby, Flathead Valley Roller Derby. Gallatin's in Bozeman. Bozeman.
Yep, and Gallatin's in Bozeman. They are a WFTDA team. They have a wonderful history. They've been there for, I would guess about 15 years. The first time I ever played a big girl roller derby match was the Jackson Hole Juggernauts against Gallatin roller girls. And I'm here to tell you that scoreboard was very much in their favor, and it was such a wonderful time. They have great themes. And everybody dresses up, and an incredible group of fans.
Sweet.
And then you've got the Hellgate Roller Girls out of Missoula. And again, those girls are a tough act to reckon with. Magic City Rollers, also a WFTDA team out of Billings. a blast to have around. And the Flathead Valley Roller Girls in Kalispell, they are represented by Illuminati here. And Illuminati also used to play in Cody, Wyoming, which is actually how I got to know her.
Cool. I went to Billings one time. I bowl in the USBC bowling tournament every year. And we went to Billings. I can't remember what year it was, but it was a long time ago. Because when I was there was no speed limit. And we thought that was really cool to see how fast a rent car could go.
Yeah, and it was probably one of those times when they still had the open container law.
I'm not a big drinker. So
well, when you've got a.
But I would have took advantage if I could.
No, and I will say that about those Montana girls. There ain't no after party like a Montana after party.
Montana skater is up under their own power, which is really, really cool to see.
And
skating back to the bench.
That's fantastic. We love to see that.
Absolutely.
Sparta crush up, shaking it off. She is going to have to sit for 3 jams, however, because the officials called that off. So we'll count those jams, and I bet we will see her out immediately after because she is not one to back off.
I want to give a shout out to my cousin Sherry, who's watching in the great state of Mississippi.
Oh, I bet it's much warmer down there than it is up here.
I'm sure that it is. I haven't visited Mississippi in a while, but my wife called earlier and said it was almost 80 back home. So.
Well, and for those of you, I'm looking at the feed right here. Tammy Gunn, that's me. I am actually from the great state of Maine. However, I did live in Wyoming for 10 years and skated for the Jackson Hole Juggernauts while I was there. And now I am skating for Maine Roller Derby, who I'd like to give a shout out to.
Yay, Maine Roller Derby.
Yeah, they're
lobster roll.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a bunch of NSOs here that have been helping out all weekend that are representing Maine, and we are grateful to have them.
Yes, Tammy Gunn. Write it down. Write it down and remember it. Brother Chad says Belinda Carlisle, doppelganger, which I thought was really, really cool. I was like, man, I'm sitting here next to a go-go.
Right, I will take it. It's like, if I only had such talents.
Former rock stars both sitting together calling roller derby. It's such a good thing. I want to give a shout-out to Waya and Sweetie, who I know are watching. Thank you so much. As well as the teams that got Team Texas here, which is the RGV Banditas, Assassination City Roller Derby, Austin Anarchy, Texas Roller Girls, Rockin' City Roller Derby, Houston Men's Roller Derby, the Roughnecks, Alamo City Roller Girls, and my home league, Houston Roller Derby. They also want to give a shout out to El Paso Roller Derby, North Texas Roller Derby, Conroe Roller Derby, Yellow Rose Roller Derby, and all the other Texas Roller Derby teams. That injury timeout is almost to its conclusion. We're going to find out some information here, and we will import it as soon as we get it. Slayer Moon will be the jammer of record for Team Texas when we get back to the action in about 4 seconds.
And I just got an update from the officials, and there was a question amongst them to question whether that high block was worthy of an expulsion, and they have decided that it's not. But you can guarantee that those officials are going to be watching that for the rest of the game because it's never worth the injury. And that penalty was on Peace War, and that's a tough feeling when you get a high block like that. It makes you play with a lot more caution, as it should.
Slayer Moon grabbing lead jammer status, 4 points already on this jam. That is Foggy, wearing the Star 14 Montana, and clear on the initial, I believe.
And it looks like Montana's going to reform right in front of Slayer Moon, but it's a little bit chaotic, and the officials are in the way. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there they are. She's out. Slayer Moon's back in front.
Slayer Moon wanted to say hi to all the family back home. You know who you are.
And it looks like we've got a Texas skater going to the box.
It's Peace War.
It is.
Peace War, one of the captains of Team Texas Roller Derby. We got a new jammer for Montana. That is Montucky Lucky.
It is, and she forces the call off. Sometimes, again, that's one of those things you got to stop the bleeding sometimes.
I always say that Star Pass is going to bring 4 whistles just as quick as they can blow the 4 whistles.
Yeah, and it's a tough coaching thing. Sometimes if you know that's a pivot and not a jammer, they want to keep it running. And they're like, well, she's not necessarily trained in this, or that's not their skill, but it's
Bazooka Bubble Bomb. Bubble Bomb is going to be the jammer record 14, Texas.
And we have Rin Reaper back out there, and she is pushing to the front, and she's trying for that outside line, and it looks like she gets it, and she gets lead jammer status.
That is Montana's first lead jammer of this game, and that's exactly what they're going to need if they want to chip away at that little Texas lead.
She takes that little apex hop and gets those points. It's Montana's game. They always have a couple dusty jams in the first, and then there it is.
We have a star pass. Peace War now the jammer record 14, Texas.
And you've got some cheering from Montana, and it's saying you guys need to slow it down, and that's looks like what they're doing. So fans out there, keep watching and keep sending those good vibes because they've got it.
You're getting shout-outs on the thing.
Oh, look at that, guys. Oh, Soccer Blue. You're paying attention.
Isn't it cool?
That's a good feeling.
We're interacting with everybody all over the world.
Well, I'll give you the shout out back, girl. Miss you with skates.
Sweet. Pandemonium Doll is going to be the jammer record for jam number 8 once we get underway. I believe that is
Folly.
The daughter.
The daughter.
The daughter.
And it looks like she's on her butt, but not for long.
Pandemonium Doll through first, grabbing lead jammer status. Going to turn it on. Pandemonium Doll's quick.
And Illuminati's going to go to the box with a forearm. I will say that I'm impressed with Montana's lack of penalties, which is fantastic.
Texas has 2 blockers set in the box. That is...
It's Scully Vera.
And Arrakis. Setting in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
And it looks like we've got Freight Train going up against O2 Tank. And this is the first time I think we've seen O2 Tank start with the star. She's been playing mostly pivot throughout this tournament, but I think the
usually relief jammer.
She's usually a pivot. However, I think with the injury to Sparta Crush that she might have to stand in and wear that star.
Freight Trade's going to pick up 3.0 from Montana. We still have 20 minutes, 22 seconds left in this first frame.
And it looks like the box is just as full as we started the last jam.
They might be passing out stuff over there.
They have tickets, little coins in the penalty box.
For drinks at the after party?
Right. Who doesn't love a good drink ticket?
Yes. Slayer Moon, the jammer record 14, Texas.
And Foggy is trying to fight her way through those, and she gets the lead jammer through the 2 Texas blockers. And Montana is reforming in the front. Looks like Nettie is beaten there, but Foggy going right through, and she's keeping her eye on when she's going to call that jam. Jeez, and she doesn't call it right off. She's got all the faith in the world in her blockers, as she should for another scoring pass. And it looks like Texas also got another 4 points on that.
Slayer Moon clear on the initial.
I'm feeling that Foggy did that because not only did she want those points, and she's going to get 3 points on that. She wanted to empty that Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
I think Slayer Moon took a hit to one of her legs. Not a typical Slayer Moon style skating in that last jam. Bazooka Bubble Bomb. It's going to be the jammer record 14, Texas in this next jam.
And we've got Rin Reaper on the line for the Team Montana.
Montana with that momentum at the moment.
Oh, that was good. No, I see what you did there.
Yes.
And we've got a lot of cheering.
Look at that, 2 in a row for Montana.
And
that's exactly what they needed to do to go chipping away at that Texas lead. Bazooka Bubble Bomb being swallowed up by that Montana defense.
And we have that Rex
We got a star pass, diamond cut. Now the Jammer record 4, Team Texas.
Yep, and there we've got Rin Reaper out there, and she I don't know if you just cannot give that apex to her. She makes an apex jump look like just that little hop.
8 points for Montana in that pass, and look at that. There's only 7 points separating these two teams. 37-30, 38-30, 17-47 left in this first half.
Yeah, this is a great battle right here. We've got out there right now Texas Twister, and she is holding down a 3-wall, and it looks like we're gonna have a timeout.
This timeout's brought to you by Spank Alley, the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They also ship worldwide. Check them out at spankalley.com.au. Also want to give a shout out to 187 Killer Pads. With its visionary designs and revolutionary systems, 187 Killer Pads continues to lead the way in raising industry standards and making protective gear better. Follow them on Instagram or at the web at 187 Killer Pads.
It looks like Texas is trying to regroup here. They're changing a little bit of a strategy, and the Montana girls are out there trying to just figure out what they need to do to keep this momentum going. An 8-point game is not much of a spread at all. This can go back and forth all day.
Yes, it could, and I hope it does, because I love those last jam wins. They're so exciting.
They make our job more fun.
Yes, they do, and we love having fun.
And right now it looks like we have all 4 blockers for each team out of that box, and it looks like we've got Fallen Out on that line. She gets swallowed, and then all of a sudden you just see her emerge. I love watching her jam.
Pandemonium Doll, the Jammer, record 4, Team Texas.
And it looks like Nettie pulls some offense for her daughter right there. That was incredible, but it wasn't enough. That must add to it, you know, when you're running block for the kid.
Yes. If you're following along on the chat, read that one from Mubot. If you want to donate to Nerd Derby and help Chad with this awesome stream, go to that link right there. I can't read it because my eyes are old, but Chad at Nerd Derby will take some coin to help put this stream out. We're bringing it to you live and free, so we're relying on the good folks at home to log on and drop some coin, man. It'll make you feel better. It really will. And it'll make us happy.
Send enough, I'll come to your house and hang out.
Yeah, if you send enough money, Chad will come and give you a class on streaming and hang out with you for a little bit. Houston Roller Derby, are you listening?
And we've been lucky enough to hang out with him all weekend, and he's pretty fun to hang out with.
Absolutely.
So count yourself lucky.
My Aunt Marie and Uncle Scotty are in Michigan watching on the thing. So hi to them.
Well, and that being said, I'll give a shout out to my sister-in-law who has been streaming along.
There you go.
Who is also from Michigan.
You got to give love to family. It's all about family.
And I will also say that I love my sister-in-law, and thank God somebody married that brother of mine.
And Joyce, thanks for watching so much. And of course, my lovely wife, Cindy. 27 years we've been married.
Well, congratulations.
She gave me stuff the other night because it's really not 27 because it's coming up on 27 in like 2 weeks. But it's 27 years. And I love you just as much today as I did when I married you. I hope I get points for that.
Yeah, you should.
I really
I'd give
should.
you points for
but
that.
I really do mean it. I do love you, Cindy. We want to pay some more bills. No, we don't. We want to get back to the roller derby.
We want to start some skating, and we're going to start a man down in the box for Montana. Texas Twister, she has her first penalty, and we've got Sparta Crush back out there. She's got something to prove after that last hit. She sat her 3 jams, and she's ready to go.
Freight Train with a pirouette grabs lead jammer status. I think those are magic pink wheels.
All pink wheels are magic.
Yes, I agree. You can't go wrong.
Oh, and Freight Train's getting some love on the feed right now.
Bustin' Beaver is going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box and take a break from playing that awesome defense.
And Texas Twister, she's back in, hoping to stop Freight Train, which is no easy feat. You've got Double D holding down that incredible tripod, and O2 Tank doing what she does really well, playing some smart derby and bridging that pack. And that is a tough place to be. You want your friends. You want to help your friends.
You do want to help your friends.
But what you are doing is helping, and it is tough.
4 whistles are going to bring this jam to a close. Diamond Cut's going to find herself in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box for some infraction. I didn't quite catch what it was. Shout out to hubby Ian.
And again, Montana's doing a really good job about keeping themselves out of that hot seat. And we are going to start out with all 4 Montana blockers out there. And Foggy coming off the line.
That's Tricky Bobby wearing the star for Team Texas. Tricky Bobby in the game last night in a little apex jump, got about 13 and a half feet of air. It was crazy, crazy air. And, Brother Chad's telling me it's 14 foot now. And that was just awesome. Tricky Bobby with lead jammer status. I hope we see a 14 or a 15 foot apex leap.
And and it looks like we are going to drag Tricky Bobby back. And that was
good recycle. 44.
Yep, Montucky Lucky for the pullback.
That's fun to say, isn't it?
It is. And it looks like Foggy is going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. Foggy, she is from Texas, so this game means an awful lot to her. I was chatting with her in the locker room last night, and she was like, I really just want to be
Do you know where from in Texas?
I do not. She's a very, very humble skater.
Let's find out at halftime so we can talk about that.
Probably
Diamond Cut's going to the box again. That's not usual. Diamond Cut, usually a pretty clean skater. Second trip to the box, and we still got 13 minutes left in this half.
And Foggy has 2 seconds left in that penalty box. So Texas is going to start with a power jam.
Texas has lost a couple of blockers to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. Shakira joining Diamond Cut over there. We're going to have Peace War and Payo Deuce. Payo Deuce had a birthday yesterday, so happy day after, Payo. She wanted me to say hi to Kelsey and her sons, Grayson and Miles. We're going to say it again today, just because I can. Pandemonium Doll, the jammer record in this Power Start Power Jam situation.
And it looks like
Pandemonium Doll is going to call for a track cut. That's going to be a power jam for Montana and Foggy.
And that Texas penalty box is full. Anyone else is going to have to wait in the queue, and Foggy is going to capitalize on that. Looks like the pivot is back on the track for Texas. Diamond Cut.
Foggy with 4 points already coming around on another scoring pass. But it's going to have to pass through that wall that just reformed. I wouldn't want to skate past that wall.
No. Oh, Foggy's just not afraid. She takes everything as it comes and just goes for it. And it looks like Pandemonium Doll has been released from the Apex Skate Shop penalty box right into O2 Tank and Mulled Whiskey. And those two work so well together.
Montana's got that defense just locked down. We're going to lose a blocker to
Mulled
the penalty
Whiskey,
box.
the captain of Team Montana.
Pandemonium Doll emerges clear on the initial.
And Foggy's got another 4 points coming up.
That's 8 points total in this jam so far, and we're going to go for another 35 seconds. 4 points to Pandemonium Doll on that pass. Foggy coming around to score again, but runs into that Texas defense.
Oh, and it looks
Pat
like
gets a little spread out and gets whacked. Diamond Cut called for an infraction.
And I believe that is Diamond Cut's 3rd penalty.
I'm sorry I talked about being a clean skater. It may be the announcer curse.
Right?
I hope it isn't.
Oh,
It's really not.
O2 tank does not allow, if you fall, she's going to get right in front of you, and she just did that to hold back Pandemonium Dollops.
A little under 11 minutes left in this first frame, 67-46. 16 points for Foggy on that jam for Montana.
And Montana's going to start, they're starting a player down. Party Crasher has gone to the penalty box for her second penalty. Out there on the start, we have
the daughter.
No, that's the other 7. That's the tough part with
okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of 7s out there. That's Texas Twister. Yeah.
Freight Train's out front and lead though. Toot.
And yes, we do have the daughter. We have Fallen.
I'm recognizing now.
I was looking at Texas Twister. She's the 17. That was the one I could see.
I got you.
It's the curse of all the 7s.
Freight Train takes those 4 points and calls it off.
And we've got my friend Lethal Lizzie giving the big shout out to O2 Tank right now on the news feed right here. Lethal Lizzie is one of the Billings girls that I've had the joy and privilege of skating with, so a big shout out to you.
There's a lot of Montana love on the chat right now.
and Lethal Lizzie's saying she's my derby wife. So. And we've got Rin Reaper back out there. Looks like she's going to try to do some edge work, and they're not making it easy, but she's out in front.
Slayer Moon, jammer record 14, Texas with 2 to beat.
Double D is going to try to push, but it's not enough.
Slayer Moon clear on that national.
And
looks like Slayer Moon is skating like Slayer Moon back, so.
And Rin's going to call off that jam before she's going to
probably just a derby kiss on that leg.
Yeah, just a little one, just a smooch.
Yes.
Little smooch.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to talk over each other. It's what we do in games like this.
This is what we do.
And
that was the coach coming out there. I didn't see what for, but everybody's back and we're reset and ready to go. Tricky Bobby's going to be the jammer record 14, Texas. And I believe that's the daughter.
This is Mama Bird, and we've got, and Folly is out there again. and you got Mama Bird out there trying to make the sweep for her.
Gotta love those mom-daughter combinations in derby.
My mom sits very patiently and knits, and somehow at the end of the day manages to remind me of all the little things I did wrong.
Tricky Bobby's going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box section and be a power jam, 14 Montana.
And it looks like Folly is down, and she landed right on that tailbone.
That doesn't feel good.
Nope. She's kind of questioning whether or not she should move, but we've got fantastic medical staff here today and all week. And
we do want to give some love to the Bucks Mount Roller Derby Dolls for hosting BOTAS. They've been hosting BOTAS for the last 8 years.
And we are grateful for that. And while we're here, we should probably, like we said, we got to pay some bills, don't we?
Yes, Rose, the medics have been on point. Tchaikovsky says hello to Gluten Freedom. I'll try to tell her, Chai. I really will.
And you've got Doppelganger on there giving the shout out to Bushwhacker.
Say hi to that camera right there.
Oh, hi, camera. And you guys can tell me how much I look like Belinda Carlisle because I don't see it. Chad's going to give me a hard time.
Chad's going to put it up on the overlay. I almost guarantee it. Tammy Gunn, a great derby call. She's a hidden talent.
Oh, Jumpy.
Chai says, hi, Johnny. Hi, Chai.
Oh, Jumpy was one of the ones.
I wish you were here.
Oh, Jumpy, a skater for Maine Roller Derby, also Team Maine. And thank you for welcoming me to Maine Roller Derby the way that you have. We love you very much.
Absolutely. I want to give some love to Inline 309, this wonderful facility that we're in.
It's a great facility. Yeah, well, I think we all wish it was cooler, but you know what? That would mean there would be no one here watching us. It's all the body heat and love.
It was kind of cool yesterday. I was driving around in the snow a little bit, and that kind of freaked me out because I'm from Texas, and when we see snow, we just freak.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not
It
sure.
shuts the whole city down where I'm from when it snows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just stay at home and Netflix and chill.
Oh, that sounds amazing. They usually make me just go to work. Well, I'm not sure who MT Tally Ho is, but for telling me that I look like Debbie Harry, you have a special place in my heart.
Fallen is setting up, breathing on her own.
Yep. Those hitting your back is scary. There's just so much that can go wrong, and those EMTs aren't gonna let
Yes.
that happen.
We love our medics here.
And you've got Coach Bushwhacker smiling, which is a good thing. Stop. I will Netflix and chill with you anytime. You just
Or
have
Amazon Prime. you
Right?
know?
Yeah,
I'm not hating on any one service
yeah,
over the other.
Dop and I may have a little bit of an affliction for some Marvel comics. A little bit of binge watching can happen there.
Absolutely. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, geez. I'm
I
gonna.
got through all of my
Oh
notes
my
already.
goodness, so many
You wanna
shouts
pay
out.
another bill?
We can pay some bills, but I am going to give a shout out to the Jackson Hole Juggernauts, and then we will also give a shout out. New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you with 7 different lengths and pockets. She is sure to have your style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. Also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options. She's got you covered. Please see Sociopath and use code sociopath.ca/nerd for a 10% off your next order.
Never too early to shop for Christmas presents.
No, I have
And Sociopath's got some good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Buy some stuff for yourself.
Buy things for yourself.
Yes. Treat yourself. You deserve it. You found roller derby on the web, so you got to be a cool person.
And Sociopath, it's in Canada, so
Bazooka's smiling so big right now.
the U.S. dollar goes so much further.
Haas got a smile too. We're talking about you on TV, Haas. You want to shout out to anybody back home?
Yeah, let us know if you guys have some shout-outs that you'd like to give on this feed, too.
I put Haas on the spot, and Haas not really want to be on the spot.
Nobody
That
ever
is
likes.
Haas the Boss, one of the superstars of the Texas Roller Girls.
Yes.
Ranked number 6 in the world in the WFTDA.
Yeah, and I actually, I got to go. Yeah, it's a big secret. Don't tell.
I didn't want her to hear it.
No, definitely loved. I got to go to Champs this year for the first time, and it was.
Wasn't that fun in Montreal?
Oh goodness, Montreal, what a great city to have host it, and great venue, great people, and I think all I did was eat. I think I had 8 different kinds of eggs Benedict the whole time I was there.
My
and I don't,
announcing partner back home, Scarlett O'Hurcha, called the gold medal game
oh, fantastic!
with Lightning Slim. Hey, Lightning.
Love Lightning Slim.
Man, we're going to hit all of them before we get out of here.
Love Lightning Slim. I love Scarlett O'Hurcha.
Scarlett O'Hurcha is fixing to have a baby, and it's going to be so cool. I'm going to get to be like an uncle kind of thing. At least I hope I get to be like an uncle kind of thing.
I'm gonna be that uncle.
Yes.
A dunkle.
I'm going to say, Scarlett, let me watch the baby, please, while y'all go out and have some fun.
Right? Let me just be let me be an influence.
Oh, yes, I will. Barbara Coleman and Mike, thank y'all so much for what all y'all do for roller derby in the great state of Texas. All the roller derby.
Well, we have a shout out to Rin Reaper's hubby. He's one of our fave derby spouses, and it's nice that you say a derby spouse and not a derby widow,
Yes.
because a derby widow, usually that's what happens. And it looks like
We got some information coming over here via our officials. We want to give some official love. Really want to give some official love. Duraqueer, Lone Bone, Guinness, Nerdy, Robbie Blind, Damon Mistress, Gluten Freedom, Constance, Killjoy, Anna Arson, Pinky Roy, Constance, Killjoy, Busta, Alan Scorn, Skull Dragger, Wonky Donkey, Spicy Boy, Trampling BIOS, Chemical Restraint, Coops, and Freddy Coover, and Overwatch. Thank y'all for what y'all do. We could not do this without our officials, skating and otherwise.
Absolutely, they are the unsung heroes of the game. I did just get a report from our official that 05 Shakira has been expelled for an egregious hit on Falling Out, and I don't think we're going to see Folly back in the game, unfortunately, because of that hit. And that's a tough call for the officials to make. But I think Texas is nervous, and it's hard not to be really aggressive when you're in that position.
Absolutely.
But there's a risk involved in this game, and when a player makes a hit like that, they've got to know that they made that hit, and that's a great call on the officials to say, this is done.
Everybody calm down. Let's play Derby the right way.
Yep. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
Yes.
So we're back in action.
Sparta Crush working hard against that wall of white in the front of the back. Tricky Bobby wearing the star for Team Texas.
And it looks like the star is off, and it is passed.
Peace Ward now the jammer record for Team Texas.
And it looks like Stout giving the outside offense. And it looks like Montucky Lucky is going to the penalty box. Sparta Crush is going to call it off before Peace War hits that Montana wall. So right now we're just gonna give you a quick update with just under 7 minutes before the first half is over. Texas is at 75, Montana at 52. This isn't really anyone's ball game.
Yes, it is. Just a couple of jams, a couple of really good jams, and Montana's right back in this. Freight Train going to be the jammer record for Texas.
And looks like my friend Slim Hitman is giving a shout out for some great offense from Stout. And she's absolutely right. That was fantastic offense, and Stout's such a sneak attack like that.
Freight Train goes through on the inside, grabs lead jammer status.
And it looks like that star has been passed to Illuminati of Flathead Roller Derby, and she's got that star on her head. And
Texas Twister is going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box for some kind of infraction. I didn't see what the call was. I think it was clockwise, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that directional will get you on those corners every time.
Freight Train picking up 3 points on that last jam to bring Texas total to 78. We got 5:45 left in this first frame. Slayer Moon's going to be the jammer record for Team Texas.
And we've got Rin Reaper that's coming out for Team Montana, and it looks like that was Rin just giving a big hit to the pivot right off the line. But it's not enough to get through, and it looks like Double D is back there looking for that star, and they're giving her some trouble to keep it.
Peace Ward with that jammer takeout to the inside.
And
Slayer Moon grab lead jammer status, come around on the scoring pass, but got called for an infraction. Going to have to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
And it looks like this is going to be a 2-minute jam, so we've got another 1:20 left in this jam.
There's going to be some points scored on this for sure.
Oh man, and when you're a pivot, you really hope that you get that star, and all you have to do is push it again.
And then you hope some blockers that are really big go to the box so you can have just a little bit of help.
You usually hope that
yes.
it forces that call off, and when you're a pivot and you're just not used to jamming, you're like, oh man, I got to skate 2 minutes. So
I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Pope Fiction and Waya and Gunner, if Gunner's watching.
Oh, Double D's getting some cheering. Again, she's got that star on and she's got the stripe underneath it, so she's gonna fight. That's all you can do is put up the good fight for it. And she has been pushed out into the infield. And you've got the Captain Mald Whiskey, Stout, and Texas Twister, and Mald's gonna pull her back.
Slayer Moon out of the Apex Skate Shop penalty box and back into the action on the track.
And it looks like Double D has gone to the the penalty box. She's taking a breath, and that means she's going to, and it looks like that's going to start the next jam
Texas
with
is
a
going to
power
lose
start.
another blocker to the box. That is Bustin' Beaver.
Oh,
12 points on that jam for Texas, 4 points for Montana on that jam, 3:23 left.
And Mauled Whiskey is also going to start in that Apex Skate Shop penalty box. She's the captain of Team Montana. Her and I did a bunch of what we used to call fresh meat clinics together way back when, and it's really great to see her just continuing with all.
Got to have fresh meat clinics to bring new people into roller derby.
No, she came down to Jackson as one of the sole Montana skaters, and just kind of we took her in. It was great to have her, and I'm lucky to have her as a friend.
Bazooka Bubble Bum is out there and lead jammer for Team Texas.
And Double D comes out. She is not the lead jammer, but she is out front, and we're going to see if that forces Bazooka Bubble Bomb to call off the jam.
4 points in the pocket. Coach Haas told her to run it a little bit.
And it looks like Double D is going to take all 4 points.
Double D getting 4 points and the shout out on the feed here. Bazooka Bubble Bum's gonna take 4 more. That's 8 total in this jam. Give a quick shout out to my daughter Renee and her husband Jason and their puppy, it's the puppy's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday,
Jax is
puppy.
turning 3 today.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Jax.
I'd like to think that my dog, and his name is Ferris Wheel, and his roller derby number is 360.
Cool.
But I'm pretty sure that he's staying at home listening to spa music because he's just a chill pup. And that's what he does. And we just discovered that it makes him sleep better.
If he could only work the box and get Nerd Derby and watch.
Oh my gosh, he'd probably be a train wreck. He could hear my voice right now. The spa music is to cut the anxiety.
Texas not knocking on that 100 door. We got less than 2 minutes left in this first frame. It's almost going to be intermission, so you only got maybe 1 or 2 more jams, and then you'll be able to go to get you a beverage of choice or maybe go visit the facilities or whatever you need to do, and then get right back here for the second half of this game because you do not want to miss the second half of this game.
No, this is the battle for 5th and 6th, and it's a great battle. And what's so great about Battle of the All-Stars is the chances of any of the teams in Montana seeing any of the teams in Texas to play in regular play just doesn't happen due to the distance. So this is such a great opportunity for both teams. And the Apex Skate Shop penalty box is clear to start this 23rd jam.
That's a lot of jams and a half.
That is a lot of jams. That's why I hesitated when I said it. It seemed like an awful high number.
Bobby Narco would run out of room on his scoreboard. Pandemonium Doll, the jammer record for Texas, working against that wall of black in the back of the pack.
And that was I feel like there was a directional that was going to happen on
Peace War.
Peace War. That's it was an interesting angle to watch that. It's like a reverse multiplayer going back that way. And Sparta crushes out.
Pandemonium Doll getting 4 points on that last pass and calling it off.
And Sparta Crush doing a little performance art there.
Planet of the Skates is going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. Join her friends Payo and Peace War.
I think if you're not watching Freedom skate around, you're missing out.
You are missing. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, what an incredible official. She is down there. She is looking at every little thing. And it really is. It's great to have an official like that when you're skating. And Foggy is out. She's in the front.
And lead going up against Freight Train.
And it looks like Freight Train is going to go to the box. This is exactly what Team Montana needs right now. They need this power. And they have no better jammer than Foggy to capitalize on it.
Texas has got a little defense out there on the track right now, and Busted Beaver pay your dues a piece for it.
And that's going to be a 4-point scoring trip for Foggy.
Payo's going to leave again and go to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. Period clock has wound down to 0. 1:13 left on the jam clock.
And Freight Train is back in, and that Montana wall is just ready for it. Oh, and that looked that was a big hit.
This is going to go as long as Foggy says so.
It is, and Freight Train is still on her initial pass. So, but now there it is.
Freight Train clear on the initial now.
And Foggy's going to call it off. And that brings us to halftime. We've got a 10-minute intermission for this full-length game here at Battle of the All-Stars.
You got 10 minutes. I am Johnny Pepper.
I am Tammy Gunn.
And we'll see you in a little bit. right, all right, all right. I am Johnny Pepper,
I am Tammy Gunn.
and we are back for the second half. Do you have some penalty information for us, Tammy?
It looks like right now we'll give you the quick update on penalties. Right now, Planet of the Skate is sitting with 2 for Team Texas. Also, Peace War Team Texas has 3. Freight Train with 1. Payo Dues has 3. Pandemonium Doll with 1. 2 times Force 1. Diamond Cut 3. Scully Vera, Arrakis, and Slayer Moon all have 1, and also Bustin' Bieber is sitting there with 2. Nobody on Team Montana has more than 2 penalties apiece. Nettie, Party Crasher, Montucky Lucky, Double D, Texas Twister, and Mild Whiskey with 2. Foggy with 1, and Brutal Kimpact with 1, as well as Illuminati. We do have an update right now.
Yes, an injury update.
An injury update. Foggy is, Fallen Out is stable, so Nettie wanted to give that shout out to her dad to say she's bruised, but she's all right. So Daddy-O, you don't have to worry.
As a dad, he's going to worry.
Right.
We promise. Mom come over and said everything is going to be okay. Just a little bruise, some ice and some heat and some rest and a couple of nights in the hot tub, and
right.
everything
will be okay. No, it's. I think my dad's the one who worries more about my body than my mom when it comes down to it. But that being said, I will give a shout out to Mama Gun and Daddy Gun because they do support all of this. And often my mom does drive 2 hours to practice with me just so that she can watch. And it's almost like she goes through withdrawals when she doesn't. So
absolutely. When we get back to the action, it's going to be Freight Train, the Jammer record for Team Texas.
And we are starting the second half of this bout for 5th and 6th place with Texas at 102 and Montana at 71 points. This is not a big spread, folks.
That's Sparta Crush on the line for Team Montana?
I believe that is. She's standing behind Freight Train, and that's... Yep, now I can see it.
I read it off the scoreboard.
Oh, you cheated.
I'm magic.
It wasn't up there when I was looking at the score. Oh, it looks like Stout's going to go to the box for the first time this bout.
Sparta Crush going up against Arrakis and 2x-Force. But Freight Train sneaks by on the inside and grabs lead jammer status.
And it looks like Double D is looking for that helmet cover, and they need to make sure they pay attention to Freight Train. Mild Whiskey, not afraid of it.
Yes, if you don't pay attention to Freight Train will roll by you and pick up that 4 points.
And it looks like Stout is standing, and she's kind of calling some shots from the penalty box, and she's out. She's back out. She's reminding her pivot that
Planet of the Skates has a friend out there that says hi on the stream.
And Sparta. Oh gosh, and Stout's going to the box again. She does not look happy with that. It's not like her to pull penalties, let alone 2 in 1 jam. Very unlike her. She's a very, very methodical skater and a very experienced skater for Gallatin Roller Girls.
You are correct, Jake from Skate Forum. Kansas proves that no lead is safe.
Indeed.
If you were watching earlier, Kansas just the last second jam win was so cool.
They have definitely been a fun team to watch during this Battle of the All-Stars this year.
Props to Tennessee for playing a really good game as well.
Indeed. After this bout, we have Team Massachusetts versus Team New York. And I got to call Colorado and Montana yesterday, and that was the battle for the Rockies. And I think up next we have the battle for the Great Northeast.
Slayer Moon, the Jammer record for Team Texas.
And we've got Foggy out there, and it looks like Foggy's got 2 to beat.
Planet of the Skates and Diamond Cut. Diamond Cut with the Jammer take off.
There's a penalty.
Take out. Planet of the Skates with a forearm going to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box, joining Maniki over there.
And it looks like we do not have a lead.
It is going to go a 2-minute.
It is. And
Diamond Cut now the Jammer record for Team Texas.
Foggy sneaks right through that pack. Got 2 Texas blockers in the box, and they're both standing, about to be released, and it looks like Illuminati's going to pick up her second penalty.
Maniki's going to be released from the box, but Slayer Moon's going to go join.
Wow, it looks like we've got a revolving door right there at the Apex Skate Shop.
Just one
penalty
from
box.
each team in the box. Montana blocker. Pivot is standing.
And Foggy's fighting her way through.
Foggy's trying to get through for some points.
And we've got Stout just fighting that jammer.
4 points for Team Montana on that pass right there.
And it looked.
I heard another whistle, and it's a track cut on Diamond Cut.
And also.
Diamonds can cut glass, but they can't cut the track.
Indeed, that's true. And it looks like Stout's going to go to the box. Looks like, I think Chad's shaking his head at some of the bad jokes that we're ripping out
dad
already.
joke.
Yeah. It happens.
Hey, man, you got to take them where you can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is roller derby. It's based on punniness.
It is.
And it looks like Stout's kind of looked at Bushwhacker and said, you know, I think I need a break. This happens.
Speaking of punny, can I give a shout out to Picky Fatness?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Picky Fatness, you got your shout out for being so punny. Always on the Facebooks.
The Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces. Always makes me laugh. I mean, like, you know, probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh, and we've got a shout out to Chemical Restraint of Maine Roller Derby as my favorite NSO. So big shout out.
I'll agree.
She's not only an incredible NSO, she's an incredible skating ref as well.
Probably a pretty cool person as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and she also plays for the home team with me. So she's a blast to have. And we're back here, and we do not have a lead jammer. We are fighting for everybody's fighting for the front right now.
Everybody's trying to get out front.
And it looks like it's going to be Diamond Cut. Rin Reaper is still stuck in that pack. And Montana's going to create a little bit of offense.
Diamond Cut grabs lead jam status, but has an equipment malfunction, but has the peace of mind to call it off.
Is it an equipment malfunction or?
It's an equipment malfunction. I think it's the truck broke.
Ooh.
Well, we're going to hope that the Apex Skate Shop can take care of little problems like that.
Oh man,
or big problems like that.
In a game like this, that feels terrible. I've had that happen, and you almost can't stop shaking to fix your equipment. You hope you have a friend there, or somebody like Apex Skate Shop to fix it for you because your nerves are just way too much.
Borrowed pair of skates or whatever you have to do.
It's just not the same.
We've got an official timeout, and this official timeout has been brought to you by AAA. Derby isn't your typical sport. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. For more information, go to AAA8.com. Bazooka Bubble Bomb is going to be the jammer of record for Texas, and O2 Tank is wearing the star for Team Montana.
Yeah, and I do love seeing her wear the star. She is just a very graceful skater, and when she gets out of that pack, she comes around like, just jet engine. She pumps those skates, and there she is. She is tough to beat.
O2 Tank clear on the initial. Zook coming through on a scoring pass as the lead jammer picks up 4 points and calls it.
And we are at a 39-point spread with just under 24 minutes in the second half.
You're a math whiz, aren't you?
Again, we'll give that to my mom, the math teacher. She did watch me cry all through algebra, though.
Algebra was pretty tough. I had to go all the way through Algebra 2, and I had to take it twice.
That's why there's a 2 in.
Pandemonium Doll is going to be the jammer record for Team Texas.
It looks like Chad's going to jump in on some dad jokes
Sparta
here.
Crush wearing the star for Team Montana.
And Peace War is giving her a hard time. And some offense and a little bit of love, but
BD Smalls trying to play some offense as well. Some defense as well.
And Double D just causing a ruckus up front, but it's not quite enough. But Sparta Crush has that star taken off, and she's looking for Double D, and Double D was out front because she was just trying to put Panda in a little bit of trouble, but it's not quite enough.
Pandemonium Doll picking up 4 points. Turning on those Jets, coming around on another scoring pass, but runs into that brace 2 wall of Montana in the back.
Brutal Brutal Crim Pack taking that hit and putting Pandemonium in the box. And Sparta Crush, she gets
in a power
taken
jam.
out, but she's got a power jam situation. And she's not even going to ask for help. She wants to do it herself.
BD Smalls is going to go to the Apex Skate Shop penny
And
box.
that is a directional that has been given to the Texas player for knocking Sparta Crush down. See, that looked like I believe that was a high block.
Planet of the Skates is going to join Team Texas in the penalty box as it is now full.
Oh, Pandemonium is back out, and that Montana wall looking for her to come make a big hit.
Pandemonium Doll around to the outside. Smooth, untouched for 4 more. That is 8 points total so far in this jam.
Sparta Crush pushing and just trying to get those points, and she takes them. She gets all 4. And Double D is sitting in the box for Team Montana. She's now standing.
Less than 10 seconds left of that penalty remaining. And this jam's going to come to a natural conclusion.
And looks like Texas opened it up just a little bit more. He's got a 40-point spread right now. Not much more, though.
Maniki's called for an infraction late in that last jam. Texas is going to be down 1 blocker. That's a 4-3 pack advantage. Freight Train going to be the jammer record for Team Texas when we get back.
And Montana has just made it over that century mark, and they're just going to look for more. Looks like we've got Foggy on the line, and she is just ready to go. I love it when you see jams like this when both walls are just holding tight. That's a great place to be. Freight Train looking like she gets it, but Foggy's not far behind.
Foggy clear on the initial.
And looks like Bustin' Beaver is going to go to the box. And Freight Train's going to call it off.
20-25 left in this contest, 142 to 101. I want to give a quick shout out back to 888 since I got interrupted reading their ad earlier. Derby isn't your typical sport. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. That's why we make protective gear specifically designed for those who lay it all out there on the track. For more information, go to 888.com or find them on Instagram.
Oh, and it looks like we've got Rin Reaper out in front. She's got lead jam status. And they've got a power jam, and Montana is trying to hold that pack by holding back a Texas blocker.
Chola Rolla, the jammer of record for Team Texas, is in the penalty box.
And Rin picks up 4 points.
It's a power jam for Team Montana.
And they're looking to close that gap. But Rin's got her work cut out for her right now. They pull her all the way back, but Peace War racks up another penalty.
That's a forearm called on Peace War. Chola Rolla out of the penalty box and back into the action on the track.
And Rin goes ahead and calls off the jam before she can even make that hit.
2 more points, though, for Team Montana. That's going to be 6 total, bringing their total to 107.
They're looking to close that up. And they've got to chip away at it. It looks like we've got O2 Tank back on the line for Team Montana.
Bazooka Bubble Bum is going to be the jammer record for Team Texas. And we're going to have a timeout. And this timeout is brought to you by Apex Skate Shop, the best little skate shop in the whole wide world, located right here in Inline 309 facility. Proud sponsor of our penalty box.
And somebody needs to sponsor the penalty box.
Yes, that injected molded thing that's been knocked around all weekend.
Well, I felt like I kept that seat warm a little bit in the first half of the of our game yesterday.
It isn't cold for lack of use in this game,
No.
I'll tell you.
It's like the toilet seat when family's home for Christmas.
You know that's right. Couple of fun facts about our 2 teams. In Montana, their bird is the meadowlark and their flower is the bitterroot. In Texas, our flower is our bluebonnet, and our bird is the mockingbird. Also want to talk about the national drink of Texas. It's Dr. Pepper.
Oh, she's.
It's the national drink of Dr. Pepper. I have a PhD in crap, and so I am Dr. Pepper. Yes.
It's always important to know what your state drink is. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
we can't find out that information for Montana.
I think it's milk, is it not?
No, it's
There's a lot of milk on that list.
No.
Bazooka Bubblebum, the jammer record for Texas O2 tank, wearing the star for Team Montana.
and it looks like O2 Tank is getting a power jam. They just need to get her out of that pack, and then she's going to be able to get that lead if she can just get it out. And she does. She takes over lead jam for Team Montana. We've got a minute and 20 seconds left in this jam. Let's see how long she wants to skate it.
Planet of Skates, Peace War, and Peyo. The tripod up front trying to stop O2 Tank from getting through.
Oh, so somebody on the feed just said that the official drink of Montana is whiskey. And you know what? That doesn't surprise me. I think I've maybe had a sip or two of that
Whiskey,
there once
baby.
or twice. And it looks like there is a penalty called again on Bazooka Bubble Bomb.
It's a forearm.
It's a forearm. It almost looked like she was giving that blocker a hug.
It's a power jam for O2 Tank again.
And she's just going to keep
And
trying.
O2 Tank's got a lot of love out there on the stream.
She does.
Absolutely.
She's got quite a fan base, and she has for a long time. And watching her skate, we can see why. So, and it looks like Team Montana is just going to keep that pack in the back.
Both defenses are locked down. Bazooka Bubblebum out of the Apex Skate Shop penalty box and joins everybody out on the track.
And Peace War is going ahead and almost took that panty right off her head.
That's a 2-minute jam. It's going to reach its natural conclusion. 142 to 115, 16:25 left in this contest. Thank you so much for joining us on this stream presented by Nerd Derby. Go over there and drop some coin. Give Chad some money. You won't regret it. I promise you. Freight Train going to be the jammer record for Team Texas.
And Illuminati, the pivot for Montana, will be starting in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. And we've got Sparta Crush out there doing what she does best, fighting for the front.
Illuminati from Flathead Valley Roller Derby. Just a fun fact I want to throw out there just for, content.
Out in Kalispell, Montana.
Yes. Where is that?
Kalispell is, geez, you're going to have to ask geography. I usually type it into my GPS, but I believe you're kind of in central Montana. And if anyone on the feed wants to correct my geography, please feel free.
Freight Train with 4 points on that pass. Coming around on another scoring pass.
And Sparta Crush is still trying to get out. She does have that helmet cover off, and she is looking for her pivot. And it appears that Nadi's looking for her, too. And she has to look no further.
It's in the Northwest.
Northwest.
Thank y'all, everybody.
Yep, we appreciate it. Oh, that's my girl Slim calling me out.
Slander Panic giving Freight Train some love. There you go.
And it looks like Montana's going to call it timeout.
This timeout is brought to you by Spank Alley, the best armband business in the whole wide world. Fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au. That's a mouthful. But they are the best armbands in the world. So, I guess you can make your website.
I would if they could make armbands that were just smell proof. I feel like that's the worst part of the uniform.
I think we're working on that as we speak.
We've got a little fun fact that came up on the feed here. Illuminati drives the furthest of all the flathead skaters down to practice, and I can relate to that as a skater for Maine Roller Derby. I drive the furthest to practice. So it's, it's a labor of love, but we do it because this is the greatest game in the world.
Well, there's a reason why El Paso doesn't have any skaters on this thing, because it's like 13 hours from Houston to El Paso. But I want to give a shout out to El Paso Roller Derby anyway. Chola Rolla going to be the jammer, record 14. Texas going up against Foggy from Montana.
Oh, and Foggy's down, but not for very long. She's back for the fight. And she has obtained lead jammer status, but she has been sucked back into the pack.
That's okay. There you go. Clear. Arrakis now the jammer, record 14, Texas. Arrakis super pivot. Owner of one of the roller derby records with a 45-point jam.
Now, ooh, that looks like that was a directional.
Maniki's going to take that direction penalty and go to the box.
I think that was the
Planet
second.
of the Skates is going to go to the penalty box.
We've got to shout out Wyoming is quite the commute also. And as a skater from Jackson Hole, Montana's a big old state to drive across. Good old Highway 80. So I'm going to give a shout out to some of those teams. The Bittersweet Bombshells of Rock Springs, love skating with them, but that's a haul to drive down there. Also the Fremont County girls I'd like to give a holler out to, and the Capitals of Cheyenne.
Pandemonium Doll called for a forearm, going to go to the penalty box. That's going to leave Ren Reaper out there in a power jam.
And she is your lead jammer.
That's exactly what Montana needed to get back into this contest.
And it looks like they were going to try to race her, but it wasn't going to work.
Naughty's the founder of Hart Mountain Roller Derby in Cody, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm. And another great team in Montana, the Hart Mountain girls.
Planet of the Skates and Maniki get released at the same time.
And Rin doing what she does, that little skip over the apex.
Pandemonium Doll out of the apex skate shop penalty box and back into the action on the track.
And it looks like she's getting worked awfully hard right now by Booty Boop.
Ren Reaper does get through that defense of Texas in the front of the pack.
This looks like this is Booty Boop's jam to just play defense right now.
Montana is locked down on the defense in the back.
Yeah, they are just working together and trying to keep that pack intact. And they kind of forgot that they had a jammer they need to pay attention to, but it looks like she made that star pass.
Bustin' Beaver with the star on her helmet for Team Texas.
And it looks as though Montana has just completely closed. They had a 40-point deficit, and now we're at 151 Texas and 137 Montana. This is not out of reach with just under 12 minutes left in this second half.
When you can have an 18-point jam at any time, you can catch back up rather quick.
And when you're hot, you're hot. So
Team Texas, on the other hand, going to send Freight Train up to the line.
And O2 Tank is going to be out there for Montana. But
Freight Train does get through on the inside, grabs lead jammer status.
And O2 Tank she's up for the fight. And it looks like she is pushed out of bounds, but
Wilhelmina strikes fear and Peace War.
And Nettie's going to go
along with Fleur de Lethal. Getting a little help from Diamond Cut. That is the Texas defense. I named them all. Freight Train coming around on a scoring pass. Freight Train does pick up 4 points going around on the outside.
And it looks like O2 Tank has got that helmet cover in her hand, and I believe that she has just passed that off to Montucky Lucky, who is still in that pack, but she's close to the front, and she gives a big hit to Peace War, but not without a penalty for a track cut.
Texas Twister got her penalty and is out, along with Nettie, who's fixing to come out. Freight Train with 4 more points. That's 620 so far in this jam.
And Freight Train, I believe she had the highest scoring jam yesterday.
27 points.
That was right at the very end there against Team
Yes,
California. That was quite
That game
about.
got really, really close, and then Freight Train went out there and had a 27-point jam to give Texas a little breathing room in that win over California.
And it looks like Freight Train is going to call off the jam before we're going to let that Montana jammer out of the box. So Montucky Lucky is going to have just a few seconds left in there, under 10, kind of adjusting those helmet covers so that they can properly be removed if she needs to when you're a pivot.
That was a real nice way of putting it. Tricky Bobby going to be the jammer record in this power start situation for Team Texas.
And you've got Montana trying to feather back on her a little bit, and Stout's going for the big hit, but it didn't quite connect.
Tricky Bobby putting those antic boots in the front. We're hoping for an apex jump, aren't we, brother?
Always the apex jump.
Tricky Bobby
and
working hard against that wall of black that is in the front of the pack.
You've got Party Crasher and Stout, and it looks like you've got the Captain Malt Whiskey up there. She's trying to just drive her out of bounds, and they are not having any success.
Tricky Bobby with a hop, skip, and a jump picks up 4 points right there on that pass.
And Montucky Lucky is looking for her pivot. However, she is unfortunately in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box right now.
I hope we get another lap.
It's like that whole feeling when you're the pivot and you've got to go out and keep that star. And she did start as a pivot in the last jam.
Tricky Bobby's going to call that jam, but not before picking up 4 points, 177 to 37, 137, 8:21 left in this contest. We got a team timeout for Montana, and this team timeout is brought to you by Spank Alley, 187 Killer Pads, and 888 Pads. 888 and 187 is getting together to award the MVPs. I read that somewhere, so I know that it's true because I read it. Also want to give some love to the Bucks Mount Roller Derby Dolls. They've been hosting BOTAS for the last 8 years. This is 9 now. I believe I'm right, and you know, if I am wrong, then I'm just wrong. But it's okay. You can be wrong too.
Yep. It's everybody does it.
You know.
there's a shout out too for Rin Reaper from her mother-in-law. So that's good support to have the family coming in.
Having your mother-in-law love you is a really, really good thing. I want to say hi to my good friend Waya out there watching, saying Texas, 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 Texas. I hear you, brother. And Sociopath. Come on, Montana. Just need a few good jams. That is correct.
And we are going to start this jam with one in the box for Montana.
Slayer Moon going to be the jammer of record for Team Texas.
And Foggy, she's just kind of swallowed up in there, but it doesn't look like for very long. Number 12 for Team Montana out in front.
They were like the fuses lit. And they were sitting there, and then all of a sudden an explosion happened, and Foggy comes out as lead jam.
And it makes it look easy on that 4-point scoring pass.
That was a really, really cool thing that happened.
And we've got an empty penalty box to start this jam, the 14th jam of the second half, with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game.
Everybody's talking about the penalty box being empty. This can't be a good thing. Mad Carrots, how you doing, brother?
Oh, and it looks like we have rooting for Montana from Jackson Hole, and I do not know who that person is out there, but big shout out to Jackson Hole. My heart is still with you as always.
Queen of She-Bad's out there. Hi, She-Bad.
And it looks like Texas wants to run it, and Coach Bushwhacker is telling his team to run, get out front.
Wilhelmina Strikes Fear, the jammer record for Team Texas in lead jam at the moment.
Oh, it's Coach Dickey from Jackson Hole giving him the shout out.
A lot of people take vacations down there in Jackson Hole.
Okay.
up there in Jackson Hole?
I think I will speak for all the people that live in Jackson Hole. Maybe a little too many take vacations there.
There's nothing wrong with hot tubs and hot chocolate.
Right? Absolutely not. Just remember to tip your server.
Absolutely. Back to the action on the track. Sparta Crush working, trying to get through. We really can't see over there in turn 3. We got officials in our way, but we love our officials.
Yep, and we would be nothing without them. And it looks like Sparta Crush is going to put that star back on her helmet and going to fight for some points.
Star Stash to get through.
Star Stash.
Wilhelmina Strike Sphere going to pick up 4 points for Texas in that jam. Little less than 6 minutes left in this contest. 188 to 141. Tricky Bobby is going to be the jammer record for Team Texas in jam number 16 once it starts.
And we've got the captain of Montana sitting in the penalty box. Mulled
They
whiskey.
do have a jammer out there, though.
They have fielded a jammer. They are just hiding behind that wall, and it's O2 Tank that's out there.
And for those of y'all playing along at home, we're setting in turn 1. O2 Tank is the jammer record for Team Montana.
And it looks like Nettie's going to go to the penalty box for Montana, and it looks like
Scully Vera
is also in there keeping those seats warm. And we have not established a lead jammer. We have not even gotten around turn 1 yet in this.
Scully Very wanted to say hi to all the Alamo City roller people out there.
And O2 Tank is the lead jammer, and then the star has been passed for Team Texas.
Peace War now the jammer record for Team Texas.
And she just snuck around that outside corner. That is a tough corner.
O2 getting some love. 4 points awarded to Team Montana on that last pass. 4 points as well to Peace War on that pass. Referees are talking about it. We might have some change. As it stands right now, it's a 4-4 wash in jam number 16.
And right now, with 4 minutes left in the second half of the Texas-Montana game, Texas has 192 points and Team Montana has 145.
Slayer Moon the jammer record for Team Texas. Rin
And
Reaper.
Rin out in front. And the helmet cover has been passed.
Arrakis now the jammer record for Team Texas. Slayer Moon with that awesome track awareness.
And Rin with the aggressive call-off, and Coach Bushwhacker is calling an aggressive timeout.
An emphatic timeout.
Oh, and thank you, Dash, for the love on the feed. I appreciate that very much.
You got some love happening
Oh, I feel so warm and fuzzy inside.
from your left, too.
Oh, I'll take all the love.
Yes. Quick shout out to Spank Alley, the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au.
And what I love about Coach Bushwhacker is every time that he goes out there and he calls a timeout and he talks to his team, there's laughter. He's got a smile, and it's almost like he's bringing his team back to ground zero.
If you don't have time to laugh, you're out of time.
Exactly.
Johnny isms. I got bunches of them. Bazooka Bubble Bum's going to be the jammer record for Team Texas when we get back. 5 seconds called on the floor, which incidentally is the length of my attention span.
I'm glad you said attention span.
Zook looking to get free from the pack.
And Foggy's in the back, and she's doing her little
Montana.
side to side and then pushing
Wow.
right up the middle. She's hot on her. And
Both jammers clear, and we got to race back to the pack.
And
Diamond Cut trying to clear a hole.
Foggy going right on
Man.
that outside corner at high speed for 4 more points for Team Montana.
That was faster than Grease Lightning.
My goodness. So we've got probably about 2 more jams left in the second half of this game.
If we're lucky, we'll have 3.
I know, right?
Yes.
I don't want it to end. I'm sure they do.
I want 3 jams because I want that bonus jam so we could have, like, you know, the last minute jam. We could be standing up and talking about roller derby.
So now we've got Sparta Crush back out there on the line against Freight Train right now. And it looks like, and Stout doing the double wall brace, because we know that Freight Train is a tough blocker, but a tough jammer rather, but that's a tough Montana wall. And I can't tell if Stout is smiling in there or not, but it sure looks like she is, because she is fierce.
2x4 in the Apex skate shop penalty box.
And it looks like that the helmet cover was down.
We got a star pass. Arrakis is now the jammer record 14 Texas.
And Sparta Crush getting another scoring pass right before calling it off. So we looks like we might get our 3. And smiles all around on that
Yes.
group of 5 from Montana coming off the track. I will say this. I wonder what they're saying when they're in the pack, because I know how we talk, and I know in different teams you say different things. But if they had microphones on their helmet,
I'm looking down on that bench and I don't see anything but smiles, and I'm talking well-deserved smiles.
absolutely.
Pandemonium Doll, the jammer record 14 Texas, going up against O2 Tank. That was 362 with that jammer takeout. That is Special Chaos.
And you've got O2 Tank just pushing at the front, and Peace War is doing her very best not to give up anything.
Florida Lethal, Bustin' Beaver, and Peace War on that defense. Getting a little bridge help from 2x4s.
O2 Tank just trying to get in there.
Pandemonium Doll getting stopped by that defensive wall from Montana.
Oh, and Nettie's in that tough spot where she's keeping the pack intact, and she just is trying to keep it intact, and you can't do anything. It's like you're stuck. And O2 is the lead jammer after an incredible fight. She wasn't quite sure if she was needed to go back to be swallowed in, but she didn't. And great coaching there by Bushwhacker just to let her know to keep it going.
Absolutely. Period clock's waning down.
And that is a big hit to pull Pandemonium Doll back in. That was a fantastic hit there. Special Chaos, just keeping that real, making sure everybody knows where she's at.
We got an official review called. In the waning seconds, we're going to get one more jam. Absolutely. I want another jam, too.
And they didn't come all
You
this
want
way
another
out to
jam?
skate.
You want another jam?
I want another jam.
We all want another jam.
Well timed by the Montana coaching staff.
Set up. We might as well have another one.
We got 2 more games coming at you. We've got the bronze medal game, which is going to feature New York and
Massachusetts.
And we got the gold medal game that's going to feature.
Oh goodness, we've got Florida against Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to both of those games.
Florida came into this tournament. Nobody knew what was going to happen. But Texas found out real quick Florida is not a team to be taken lightly. And then Florida set New York down last night. That's how they earned their way into this gold medal game.
I know we had the privilege of playing them this year at Battle of the All-Stars with Team Maine. And what a classy group that they are. Fun, just talented, again, all class.
Be Nimble and Knight over there on the venue call, giving some love to the broadcast table.
And we'll take it. We'll give that love.
Yes,
right
we will.
back.
We take love wherever we can get it.
Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Yes.
And we are going to start this final jam of this 5th and 6th place game.
Tricky Bobby's going to be the jammer record 14 Texas. We might get a 14-foot apex jump. Yes, a 14-foot apex jump. Tricky Bobby does have that in the, what do you call it? The fanny pack bag of tricks.
The hip bag, if you
The
will.
fanny bag of tricks.
And we've got Coach Bushwhacker's wife is on the feed right now, giving some love to the husband. So that's quite lovely.
Yes, it is.
And a lot of Montana pride on the feed right now.
Man, Montana should have a lot of pride.
They do, and that's awesome. We love it.
Absolutely. Big sky country. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Woohoo, this official timeout rolling into 2 minutes. I want to give some love to 888. Check them out on their website at www.888.com and also find them on Instagram. Also want to give some love to Sociopath. Just because I can.
Because they fix all those little things on your jersey.
Absolutely. New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath, a skater-run business, offers size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you and you and you with 7 different links and pockets. She is sure to have a style that works for you, your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. Please see sociopath.ca/NERD for 10% off your first order. What was that
And
conversation about?
The officials were just coming over to let us know that long hiatus there and that coming into this final jam was they were just making sure that they had all of the points correct in the final here.
Well, yeah, you
before
want
going in.
to have everything squared away before you have a bonus jam.
Exactly, and just to make sure it's all right. And you got Rin out in the front, just fighting for that lead. You know, this is
That's
the last
exactly
jam.
what Montana needed, was Rin Reaper to get out front. Meanwhile, Tricky Bobby working hard against that wall of black that's in the back of the pack.
And Rin for 4 points does a little toe stop work on that inside line.
We're going to have a star pass. Freight Train's going to be the jammer. Record 14, Texas.
And again, a little skip for Rin Reaper.
We had an apex jump. But it was Rin Reaper pulling it off on Montana, putting 4 points up on the board, 8 points total in this thing.
And
if you're a
she's gonna
Montana
do
fan,
it
you ought to be
again.
screaming in your living room right now.
And I don't think she's going to call this off.
It's going to go for another minute 5, I guarantee it. 4 more points. That's 12 points total so far for Montana.
And if you guys can't see their coach right now, I can feel his energy.
He's a happy
from
gnome.
here.
He's a happy gnome right now.
He is a very happy gnome right now.
Oh, man, this is so much fun.
And
Freight Train going to get 4 points.
It looks like Rin Reaper cannot be stopped right now. What an incredible jam.
Tricky Bobby got knocked out by Rin Reaper and had to say, look, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
And Rin is smiling this whole time.
Yes.
It's a good thing she trains at altitude because I couldn't breathe at this point doing what she's doing. And she calls it off. What an incredible game,
Wow, what a
folks.
really, really cool game. Well, I got to tell you, Tammy, I had a really good time calling this roller derby game with you.
I had a great time with you, Johnny. This was a blast. What fun teams out there.
This unofficial score right now, 209 to 179. We're waiting for that one rolling whistle to make it official.
Yeah.
I want to give props to Team Montana coming in here as the 7th seed and finishing in 6th place.
Yep, that's a
that
step
is
up.
super, super awesome. Team Texas coming in at the 4th seed, finishes in 5th, but they ran into that juggernaut named Florida. Team Florida is for serious. Y'all need to stick around and see that gold medal game. Up next, we got the bronze medal game. Team Massachusetts and Team New York. You really want to stick around to watch that. Like I said, we got 2 more games here at BOTAS 2020. I am Johnny Pepper.
I am Tammy Gunn.
And we want to wish you peace, love, and roller derby.
Indeed. Shoves and kisses. All right, I am here with the Team Montana MVPs of this tournament. Guys, how does it feel to up your ranking this time around?
Awesome, obviously. Incredible.
I know you guys are all out of breath. It was so much fun to watch you guys play. What do you hope to bring back to Montana right now?
Oh, enthusiasm for the sport. Montana is such a small state. We need to build our numbers, and we would like to double the size of Team Montana next year.
Yeah. Bring more derby.
More Derby in Montana. We absolutely love that. Any shout outs you guys want to give to the homeland?
To my 2 boys, Espen and Atlas, I love you.
All my friends and family, love you, Tim.
We love our sponsors. Thanks for getting us here.
Shout out to my team and my little sister. I promise I'd do it if I got MVP.
Well, that's fantastic, guys. We're so glad that you were here. You represented the state so well, and it was a pleasure to see you all. I'm lucky to have got to call all these games. So I'm going to send this back to Chad, and thanks again, Team Montana. You did a wonderful job.
Howdy, howdy. This is Johnny Pepper, and I'm joined by the MVPs from all of Team Texas all weekend long here at BOTAS 2020. Freight Train, we got to know those magic pink wheels. Tell me a little something about them.
Well, actually, this is my first tournament trying them, so they're the Radar Ninja wheels, and I really like them for this floor. So, yeah, Radar Ninja, first time trying them.
Magic pink radar wheels. Bustin' Beaver, you got MVP today. Tell us a little something about that experience.
It's definitely my first pivot experience here at BOTAS, so I was happy to do it. Exciting, and the rest was awesome blocking with my teammates.
Slayer Moon, MVP, when was it? Thursday or Friday? Thursday. How was that experience?
Oh, this whole weekend has been so much fun and such a great experience. I'll never get over it.
Zuka, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you are MVP of Friday, and Friday's the coolest day of the tournament. How was that for you?
It feels great. I just want to tell my coach and my home team, it looks like I did block, so you got to let me block this season. Thanks.
On behalf of Team Texas and all the MVPs, I'm Johnny Pepper, and we'll see y'all real soon.